Hello students, welcome to another science class. Before we start today's class, I want to show you here something. Uh, I have something in this glass. Can you see it? Yes, these are ice cubes. Okay, I'll be keeping it here and we'll be moving ahead with the class. Students, whenever I ask you any questions, please put the answer in the chat box. Students, what do you see here? Yes, it is the sun. Students, do you remember how you used to play during the summers in the afternoon? Can you recall the feelings that you used to have? What you should feel? What you used to feel? Uh, yes, I can see some answers. Yes, you felt hot. You used to feel very hot during that time. Okay, can you tell me why do you feel hot? Why did you feel hot? What is the reason for that? Yes, it is because of the sun. Sun was giving us heat. Yes, sun gives us heat. So students, you already know about the concept of heat which you have studied in your previous standards. Today we will learn more about the changes in states of matter, the changes in the states of matter, how those changes takes place, and we will also learn about the concept of temperature in the same chapter that we are continuing, that is substances in the surroundings. Students, let us move ahead. Now, do you remember the glass of ice filled with ice we had kept in the beginning of the class? What do you think has happened to that ice right now? I want to know your answers. Yes, very good. Okay, let us see. You were right, students. The ice has turned into water. You can clearly see the ice has almost completely turned into water. So what has happened here, students? Ice has turned into water. Can you tell me what is the initial state of matter? What is the initial state of matter? That is, what is the state of matter of the ice? Yes, it is solid. What did it turn into? Solid turned into liquid. Very good. Students, now I will be showing you a video. Watch the video carefully. Students, what did you observe in that video? Can you remember any property which we had done in the last classes about the property of water? Can you recall some properties of water you watched in that video? Yes, very good. We saw that the water which was there in the vessel, it took the shape of the vessel. What else did you see? Yes, it had a measurable and specific volume. Do you think, students, that when I measure the volume of the water before boiling it and after boiling it, What do you think? Will the will the volume of water remain the same? No. Very good. It won't remain the same. But why is it, students? Why do you think it is so? Yes. The water turned into vapor. What change did you observe in the state of matter? What was the initial state of matter of the substance? Yes, it was liquid. What did it turn into, students? It turned into gas. Students, can you imagine that what will happen if I keep on heating the water for another, keep on boiling the water for another 1 hour? What will happen? Yes, there would be no water left. Why do you think so? Yes, I can see some answers. Very good. Yes, all the water would have turned to gas, or all the water would have turned to vapor. That is why we would see the water would have completely changed into gas. Therefore, we could have seen that there was no water left. Now, students, tell me one thing. How did the liquid change into vapor? How did the water change into vapor? What happened to the water? What did I do? What was done to that water because of which it changed into vapor? Yes, students. It was because of the flame on the gas stove. What was happening? This flame on the gas stove was pushing the water to become vapor. So this flame which was given by the gas stove was giving, what was it giving to the water? Yes, it was giving heat to the water. So thus we can say that this flame was a source of heat to the water, which was leading the water to move into vapor. Heat which was passing from the flame to the vessel and then to the liquid, that is the water, is known as transfer of heat. So let's move on to learn the definition of transfer of heat, students.
The movement of heat energy from one substance to another substance is known as the transfer of heat.
Students, this heat was making some changes into the water which was making it vapor. Students, what about the change we saw here? Ice into water. What about that? Students, what is this? Yes, it is the refrigerator. What happens when we open the freezer door? Have you observed carefully? Yes, there is some air which comes out of the freezer. Okay, can you tell me which air is cooler, the air outside or the air inside the freezer? The air which you see coming outside the freezer, is that air cooler or the air which we have here outside the freezer? Yes, the air which is there, the air coming out of the freezer is cooler than the air which we have here. This air, students, which is the air of the atmosphere, is hotter than the air which is there inside the freezer. Thus, this air acts as heat to the ice, and thus ice becomes liquid. It makes this air which is there in the atmosphere, this heat which is there in the atmosphere, it gives some heat to the ice, and thus ice becomes liquid, and thus ice becomes water. But students, how do we know that how much of heat is taken by the ice to become water, and how much of heat is taken by the water to become vapor. How do we know that? Okay, let us learn, students. Let us learn about it. See this and tell me, students, what do you observe? Yes, students, you see the boy is growing taller. So, how do we know how much tall he is growing? How do we come to know how much? Yes, we take measurement. How do we measure, students? How do we take this measurement? Yes, you are right. We do it through measuring tape. Very good. Students, look at this image. What do you see here? Yes, the girl here is sick. So students, tell me one thing. If I keep my hand on the forehead of this girl, what will I feel? Yes, I'll feel hot because because she is sick. So I'll feel a little heat on my hand. But how will I measure? How will I see how much sick she is? Yes, I'll go to the doctor, and doctor will measure her sickness. Doctor will see how much fever she has. How will he do that, students? What do you think? Yes, students, he will use a thermometer. He will use a thermometer to check his fever. Students, it looks something like this. Observe it carefully. Let us observe the thermometer more carefully, students. Can you tell me the measurement, the unit of measurement you see on the thermometer? Yes, we see degrees Celsius. In another thermometer, we can also see degrees Fahrenheit. Very good. So what is this measure of heat, students? What is the measurement we are doing? We are measuring how much of heat. We are measuring the amount of heat. This measurement of amount of heat is called as temperature. Students, let us define temperature.
The measure of the amount of heat possessed by a state of matter is known as the temperature of that state of matter.
Let us read the definition of temperature once again, students. Students, can you tell me what is going on in our lives today? Are we able to go outside? No. Why, students? Can you tell me why so? Yes, it is because of COVID-19. It is because of the coronavirus. Students, can you tell me one thing which is used to, that is first parameter to use to check the person whether he is COVID positive or not? The first parameter that we check. Yes, it is the temperature of the body, students. We check whether the person has any fever or no. So how do we check fever, students? Initially we saw that we check it through the thermometer. But students, here we know that we cannot touch anybody. We cannot contact anybody because there is the fear of the spread of the virus. So students, what do we use then? Have you seen this picture? Have you seen this before anywhere? Yes, students, it is the thermometer gun. So through this gun, you can measure the temperature of the person through a distance. You need not go closer to the person. So students, tell me one thing. What led to the discovery of this thermometer gun? What led? Yes, the coronavirus pandemic itself led us to the discovery of this thermometer gun. Students, what do you think about scientific discoveries? What leads to discoveries? Yes, there is one curiosity. Curiosity that leads to discoveries. What else, students? It is the need. Students, there is a phrase, necessity is the mother of invention. So, need. Unless there is any need, there is no discovery, students. What do you think we should do, students? Yes, we should always strive to become better and better. We should always strive to do new inventions. We should always think about making new things. So, students, this attitude among us is called as scientific temper. Do you think, students, with the increasing demand of our world, do you think scientific temper is important? Yes, students, very good. It is very important in our lives. So, students, what will you do to bring about scientific temper in your life? Yes, very good, students. Students, we will learn more about temperature and heat in our further standards. Students, let us summarize whatever we have learned today.
Students, we have learned a lot today. It is time for quiz. To do the quiz, please go to this link and you will be able to solve the quiz yourselves. Students, you are supposed to do a small homework after today's learning. We have learned about temperature. So you need to find out today's temperature as a part of your assignment. Thank you for being attentive, students. Thank you for being a good class. We'll meet soon next time.